Chapter 4, there's a lot in chapter 4 that it would take probably at least 3 weeks to get through it. We're already on week 6. And we still have to go through currency exchange, which doesn't take very long. But then governmental accounting does take a long time. So long story short, I'm gonna skip chapter 4. We're gonna go right into chapter 8, which is foreign currency transactions. And if we have time at the end, maybe we'll come back and go do some in chapter 4. But it really does take a long time. It's basically when you don't buy 100% of the company. Let's say you buy 80% of it, and it's a little bit convoluted because when you buy 80% of the company, there's another 20% out there that somebody else owns. And so you do everything as if you own 100%, and then you back out the 20% because you control 100% of the company. So it's a little bit wacky and it takes a little time to go through. So anyway, long story short, we'll just do the chapter 3 practice exam, and then we'll do, I'll send out the exams after class, and they'll be due a week from Friday. What's on that? Okay, let's go to the practice exam. Should probably say you guys work through this. Tell you what, I'll have you guys tell me what the net assets at fair value are. When you get that right, then I'll put it up. I have to do it myself here though. When you think you have it, yell out the answer.
I'm sorry, what do you want? The
net assets at fair value. What is this company worth that we just bought? We just bought.
132?
Yes, that's correct.
Building 1013. Oh, I can't even speak today. 1320 will be the building expense. Is it?
And and then so these would be. You know what? I didn't think about it. Yeah, that's another way of looking at it.
So if you copy the formula, it'll do it right away for you. I copy whatever we did last time, and it'll calculate it right away.
So this is minus. And so this is what the company is. I should say the net identifiable assets, probably a better way of saying it. So what's the so how much is goodwill?
16,500.
Yep. Price paid. Yeah, so the unidentified assets or goodwill. That's not right. Hold on a second. I know why, because I did it, I copied it rather than putting a formula in. Yeah, so just between those two, so we could identify 132,000 of it, we paid 148, so there's 16,500 that is unidentified. That must be for goodwill. Okay, and then we do our Sadie thing. So these are all credits, so we have to get rid of them with a debit. And same thing up here. And yeah, we're taking this off the books because if we don't, we'll be counting it twice when we put the assets together. And we'll also be counting the equity section for the subsidiary, which really doesn't exist anymore. Okay, let's see, the assets, land and building, land building. 66, 13, 22. And one more. I get these spaced differently, it looks like. Goodwill. Goodwill is up here. 16,500. I'm not sure why I did that. Okay, the dividends are the wacky ones in that they get added back to the investment. because you call the equity method, we subtracted them out. Okay, income. We have to get rid of the income. And now for the wacky, well, not wacky, but we increase the value of these two assets. Now the land doesn't matter because land lasts forever, but the buildings don't. Buildings are going to last for 10 years. So let me put it here. So 13,200, I gotta move my Sadie. Okay, Sadie, gotta move you. Let me put that in. Okay, 10 years. $1,320. So we're gonna have to increase our depreciation expense by 1,320. Excuse me. All right, and our assets will go down by okay, good. Did this right. Should come out to be the same, and it is. The only thing left here is going to be the parent company, Amy, the only one left here. And those two should be the same. They are. See if I can make this bigger now. Okay. 50,160. I'd like to grab one of these just in case. Yep. And investment. Oh, wait, I did that wrong. Add back the dividends. That's the strange one. Subtract out the rest of these. Hey. The liabilities. Add them up. The equity section, however, will just be whatever the parent company had. The rest of that's all gone. Stock is gone, and so are the retained earnings. You'll notice something that if you take, hold on, let me make this so you can see it. If you take the 507, 540, and you'll notice that down here, the only thing we add on to it are these liabilities. So if you take those plus the liabilities, it should come out to that. Yeah. Yep. What's that thing? Look at that 20-minute class. How can you beat that? Oh, that's not me. Okay, so I will send out the exams, and they'll be down probably within the next half hour or so. And yeah, and then the due date. Oh, let me go back to this thing. Hold on. The due date is Friday. Next a week from Friday, March 4th, and that's for both of these, the practice exam and exam after class. So Anyway, that's that's consolidations. And like I say, if we get time, we'll go into chapter 4, but I really need to get the foreign currency transactions. They're actually testing those a little bit more. They're testing them in both the sections, not only the FAR section, but they're also doing that in the business environment section. So there's actually 2 sections that you might get foreign currency transactions in. And then the governmental accounting, they've backed off in recent years a little bit, but it's important stuff. And it's actually a pretty good career to get into, is governmental accounting, especially in the auditing side. All these government agencies and that, they all have to have audits, and they all have to have, and not only that, not only do the government agencies have to have audits, but there's a tremendous amount of companies that have government contracts, and those all need to be audited. So, you know, it really is a good field to get into. Back in my day, you know, you kind of look down on doing stuff with the governmental stuff, but it really is a bigger field now, and kind of in some ways it's you know, definitely a more stable field. Yeah. You don't know what's going to happen in business, but you do know that there's going to be a city hall 20 years from now, and you know that's all going to be there still. So anyway, I'll send out the exams. They'll be out like in the next hour, hopefully a little sooner than that. But you turn those in by next Friday. Any questions? This is a record, by the way, 23 minutes. Questions? Okay, and that'll be it for chapter 3, and then we'll go on to chapter 8 next week. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks.